it's Megan and Sean Purdy from
Traveling Our Purdy World. We're back.
We're back. So, Sean, what are we going to talk about today?
Norfolk.
And specifically, the Norfolk. And I have to tell you, I have to accentuate Norfolk because we did another video and I got in all kinds of trouble from the locals.
You weren't saying it right.
I was not saying it right. So I am going to try to say it as best as I can. I have to admit I am not a Norfolk resident. I do not try or I'm not saying I am from there. So if I slip up and say it wrong, do not come after me. Do not send me nasty emails. And do not write in the comment section that I am saying it wrong. Because
we're trying.
We're trying. And honestly, we go to Miami, and if I say Miami wrong, are you guys going to come after me? So, please, be nice.
Be kind.
We're trying our best.
We're doing our best.
Okay. Anyways, and rants. I'm tired of the negative comments about how I pronounce stuff.
Oh, goodness.
Moving on.
Yes.
So, we have been monitoring all kinds of different discussion boards and forums, and we've received a lot of questions about the cruise port. And not really the cruise port, but the parking.
But the parking. That's the biggest thing that we find
Yeah.
is people are generally getting a lot of questions about the parking situation for the Norfolk Cruise Terminal.
Yes. So our goal today is to tell you and answer all of the questions that you may have.
Yes.
So hopefully we will get to all of them.
Okay.
Okay, so first, one of the biggest questions that people have is what is the address to the parking lot?
Yes.
So we're just going to get that out of there and tell you the address, and we're going to put it on the screen. And so the address is 1000 Monticello Avenue in Norfolk, Virginia. So the cruise port, or the parking from the cruise port is about 1.5 miles away.
And it's called Cedar Grove Parking Lot. That is the official parking lot for the cruise terminal.
Yes. So another question we have seen is what time do shuttles start going to the cruise port? What time do they start?
10:15. 10:15 a.m. And the shuttle buses are free.
Yes.
So you don't have to worry about paying for them.
Yes.
They are free and they start at 10:15.
Yes. And you don't have to tip the driver or anything. It's all paid for, so don't worry about that.
Right.
So another question that people have asked is what is the parking lot nearby? So we're going to kind of generally tell you how it's set up. So it is a parking lot. It is not a parking garage. It is a paved parking lot.
Yes.
And there is a fence around the entire perimeter, which we found out is manned 24/7 by local law enforcement.
So it will be monitored.
Yes.
So that's a good thing.
Yep. Right around, right beside the parking lot is a gas station. I can't comment. We did not go to the gas station, but it was a gas station. It was not like a name brand gas station, so just kind of envision in your head, not a name brand gas station, and it's right beside, and it's downtown. So just kind of think about it and,
Right. Make your own assumptions.
Yes. And then I think also right beside it was a cemetery.
As a matter of fact, you're right, yes.
Yes.
Yes, there was a cemetery right next to it, so make your own assumptions.
Yes. Again, we don't live in this area, so we cannot comment if it is a good area or not.
I don't know.
But there is a fence around it, and it is near a gas station, but it is monitored by local law enforcement 24/7.
Right.
So then, another question that we have seen is, do we get to pick where we want to park? How does that work?
It does not work that way. When you first drive into the gate, there will be parking attendants that will direct you as to where to go. Well, first you get through the gate, then you pay the attendants for being there, and then you will follow the attendants and they will tell you where to park. Parking is a bit tight. There's a lot of people coming in there, so it's not like you have a very luxurious space. So you have space to open the door, but
it's very tight.
Very tight. So maybe not bring the Ferrari if you have one. Maybe try something a little not as fancy, just in case.
And try not to bring your biggest vehicle.
Yeah.
or your fanciest vehicle, because it is very tight. Like, you cannot open your car door all the way. It's
Yes.
like a half car door, and you kind of have to squeeze out.
Yes.
So just keep that in mind when you are deciding what vehicle to bring. And you do not get to pick parking. It's a single file line for the cars, and this car parks here, this car parks here, this car parks here.
And it
It's
just
very...
keeps going too.
Yes.
There's no stopping it.
No.
Speaking of which, too, when you do park your car, you start unloading your bags. There are bag attendees that will take your luggage for you. They put it into their cart, they roll it over, and then from there they will load it onto a truck, which will take it to the ship. So if you want them to take your bags, make sure you have a couple dollars for them. I think we usually tip them like $5 or something like that. You know, so have a little bit of extra cash on you just in case.
And make sure you pack your medicine and anything that you need on the ship for the first day in a bag that you carry on the ship. You don't give it to them.
Right.
And your boarding documents, your IDs, passports, all that needs to be in your carry-on baggage that you take on board. But keep in mind, you're going to be carrying it around the cruise ship the entire day, pretty much. So don't have it weighing 1,000 pounds, because it's going to be very uncomfortable.
So give it to the most organized person in your family. She'll look out for you. She'll look out for you. That's a joke I heard on the cruise ship. So I thought it was funny.
So then just a tidbit of advice is, again, it is a open parking lot, so there is no trees around it. There's no shade. So if you want to bring a sunshade to put
over
on
in front of your windshield. Might also be a nice little security thing too, so that way people can't be peeking in and see if you have anything. Just a little thought.
And then when you get back to your car, it won't be 1,000 degrees.
1,000 degrees.
Yep. Then the other question, the last question that I can think of that we've received a lot of questions about, is the pricing for the parking.
So the pricing for the parking will vary based on the length of your cruise, but overall it is $15 a day.
Yes.
When you go into to pay for it, you will show them your boarding pass, and it will tell them how many days you're going to be parking.
Yep.
So they'll just tell you, okay, it's X amount of dollars.
Yep. And there's only enough parking for one ship, at least from what I can see. So every single car that's coming in is going to be on your ship.
Right.
So they'll just tell everyone it's $65 or whatever
it
is.
costs,
yep.
Right. But $15 a day.
Yes.
I think that was all the questions, right?
I think so.
So the question of the day now is, did we miss any questions? If there are any questions that you have anything about with Norfolk or parking or anything like that, make sure you put them in the comments, and we will answer them as best as we can.
Yes. Alright guys, thanks so much for watching our video. Please like and subscribe, we really appreciate it, and we will continue providing great cruise content.
See you in the next one.
Alright, thanks guys, bye.
Bye.